I can definitely see how on a health and weight loss journey, the mental game is so important because eventually the weight is going to stop falling off, or you're going to burn out on the fad diet that you're doing and you're not going to want to do it anymore and the weight's going to come back. Hi friends, today is Friday, so thank you so much for being patient with my late upload for this week. So on Monday, I started my video for the week. Hey guys, welcome to my channel, 100 Pounds of Gratitude. If you're new here, I'm Rachel and I am gaining gratitude, losing weight, and building a life that I love. Today is my week 43 update. And things did not go as planned, and I was kind of beating myself up about that, how life got in the way of my plans for the week and that I was kind of disappointed and was feeling kind of like a failure. And then I reminded myself, no, the most important thing is to show up and stay committed. So that is what I'm doing. I'm going to honor my commitment and get my weekly update in for the week. Better late than never. Here is my week 43 update. So I want to start off by showing you what I had planned for my week on Monday. I'm trying to establish 4 habits: walking a mile, working on developing my pull-up, doing my push-ups for strength training, and then incorporating veggies throughout my entire day in all of my meals. And I have to say I was hit or miss with all of those last week. So those are my 4 habits that I've been working on, and I've recognized that my veggie habit needs to be modified because it was like going from the couch to running a marathon. I don't like vegetables. I struggle with incorporating them into my meals. So setting a goal for myself of 3 meals with vegetables in all of them is a little bit much. And I've decided I need to scale that habit back and just focus on at least having 1 meal a day with vegetables that I really enjoy, cooked in a way that I enjoy. So that's my first modification for the week. I think overall it's been great to have something to aim for that I've really simplified down, but the vegetables, I'm telling you, I just don't do well with that. So this week I am starting the week in a more prepared state. I'm taking a little time to sit down and reflect and build a plan so that I can make sure to get all those vegetables in with all of my meals. And that is where the frustration comes in for me, because I did take the time to sit down to reflect on my week and write out my goals for the upcoming week. And then that plan just went out the window as the week unfolded and life got in the way of things. I ended up going to the doctor. I got a prescription for a minor infection. And then I realized I just needed to sleep and rest. There were 2 days this week where I took long naps in the afternoon, and my body just needed rest more than it needed to do my at-home strength training workouts. So that was kind of how I flipped my mindset. It's been hard for me to do that because it makes me feel like I've set these goals and then I'm failing. So there's that fine line that you're walking between giving yourself grace but not making excuses for yourself, and then setting your goals but also recognizing when you need to be flexible with those goals because your body might need rest or life happens. So I'm working on that. I'm starting my day off with my walk, and then I want to show y'all a couple of recipes that I'm going to incorporate this week, and then maybe show you how I'm juggling homeschooling and getting my workouts in and everything else. I didn't show you those because I didn't make those for the week. In fact, I have sweet potatoes that are growing leaves on them, and yeah, that pretty much sums up my cooking for the week. Last week, I think one of the main reasons I struggled to accomplish my goals was it's with school starting back and the kids' activities getting really busy, and then we're homeschooling. Everything's kind of in full swing again. I guess I found it difficult to get rest, and then that kind of plays into what I accomplished the next day. And then also just to find the time, to make the time happen. So throughout the day, when I have pockets of time when the kids are having free play time or when they have a subject that they can manage on their own, I need to figure out how to incorporate my workout or my walk or my cooking during those pockets of time. So that's what I'm kind of navigating right now. So I wanted to bring y'all along with me today on our first day of the week and see how I navigate getting my walk in, getting my workout in, homeschooling the kids, preparing for our community day, and getting some recipes done. All those goals from week 43 that I just said, those are my goals that I'm going to be working on in week 44. Basically, how to manage my time with all the responsibilities of the new school year and fitting in my personal goals so that I don't fall back into that habit of putting myself last and then letting my health decline and get way out of control. I feel like that's kind of like my science experiment with myself, is how do I do this? And is this doable? Can I figure out a way to manage my life and live this life and enjoy my life, and also find a sustainable way of cooking that I enjoy, that fuels our bodies, and exercise that I enjoy, that strengthens my body and doesn't fatigue myself? And then where does rest come and restoration come? These are the questions I'm asking myself that I'm just trying to figure out, because I really don't know as I'm trying to build this life that I love. I don't know about y'all, but I am finding it challenging to hit all of my goals right now with school getting back in full session and all the activities kicking back up. It just can be tricky managing my time. So as I'm navigating through all of that, I thought I would bring y'all along with me. Okay, so that pretty much wraps up my plans from Monday, and most of that did not happen, like I said before, but I'm showing up. I'm not giving up. I want to know what's going to happen if this time around with this health journey. I just stay committed. I roll with the punches. Don't make excuses, but just ask myself those questions. And I'm honest with the answers to those questions. And then I adapt and move forward. I think the first 6 months of this weight loss journey for me, I was losing weight consistently. So I lost about 30 pounds in the first 6 months. And then now I have just really been having to work on my mental game, because the weight's not coming off easily. And that can be really discouraging. And that's making me question, am I doing the right things? Maybe I should try this or that or the other. And it's making me want to quit at times. And I'm really having to work on my mentality. So if you don't address the mental game, then you're not going to hit your long-term goals. And that is exactly where I am right now. And I can really see it from this past week, because on Wednesday, I just thought, why am I doing this? What am I doing? What is the point? And I really had to stop myself, capture those thoughts, and replace those thoughts with thoughts that will serve me and my long-term goals. So that is what I'm doing. It is not easy work. It's hard. This journey is hard, and I'm feeling it this week. Not physically. I'm feeling fine physically. I'm just kind of feeling that mental downshift where it's like, why isn't this working? Why am I not losing weight? So anyway, all that to say is I just want to be honest with you and say, you can do it. It is hard. I can do it, but I'm not going to give up. And the most important thing is to show up and keep going. And then my final thought is, when a life hands you sweet potatoes because you're going to make a healthy recipe with them, and then you don't do it, and they sit on your counter so long that they start sprouting leaves, instead of throwing them in the trash and feeling like you're a big failure, stop, capture those thoughts, gather up your sweet potatoes, get your science-loving boys, go outside and plant them and see what happens, and call it science. I hope y'all are having a great weekend. See you on my next video. Bye. The weather is finally cooling down. I think right now it's only like 85 degrees and it's mid-morning. So I'm really happy with that. And I've also been enjoying some podcasts. Right now I am listening to The Rise and Fall of Mars Hill Church, and that's been a really interesting podcast. But if you have any other podcast suggestions, send them my way. Leave me a comment.